Well, it's nice to meet you. It's cool
Nice
to
to
see
meet
you
you.
in
I've been sitting
person.
beside you.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe it. Is this real life?
It is.
Uh, I was scared to let the world know that I was autistic because in the past I have been bullied for it, and I was scared as an adult to get bullied for it again. But I've learned to love and accept myself for who I am with it. I was curious, what made you decide to share with the world that you had OCD?
I didn't. I did it by accident. I had been diagnosed with OCD and didn't want to tell anybody for fear of how people would react. I wouldn't be able, I thought it would embarrass my family, my kids. People wouldn't give me work anymore. I would be bullied. But I was on Howard Stern, and I didn't want to touch the doorknob to get out. And I asked if somebody could open the door because there's germs, and they thought it was funny. And they said, no, you open it. And I went to grab a Kleenex to open the door with a tissue, and they took the tissue away from me. And then I went to do it with my shirt, and they knocked it away. And then I panicked, and I was having heart palpitations and a panic attack. And I said to him, you know, Howard, I've been diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder, and if you don't open the door and let me out, I can't breathe right now, you're gonna have to call 911. This is legitimate, and I take medication. And they opened the door, and they went out in the hall, and I could hear the broadcast. And I thought we were in a commercial. And I didn't realize that I just broadcasted that whole thing publicly. And I was so embarrassed, devastated, and I walked out into the street, and I didn't know where to turn. I was so afraid of what was going to happen next. And some guy came up to me in my periphery and said, are you Howie Mandel? And I said, yeah. He goes, I just heard you on Howard. And I thought, oh my God, my heart sunk. Like, I just thought this is the beginning of it. And he just said 2 words to me. He went, me too. And I went, what? And he goes, I have obsessive, thank you for talking about it. And I went, okay. So first time I ever heard somebody else, it was the first connection. That made me feel a little bit better. And I started getting mail. I got flooded with a ton of mail of people who said that they felt more comfortable that I mentioned it. And that's when I decided to be open about it. And my mission is to remove the stigma from anything that feels different.
I'm sorry that happened to you, but glad that you're supporting the OCD and sharing it with the world and inspiring them. And I think you're a nice guy, so.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think you're a nice lady.
Aw, thank you.